All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Takopi's Original Sin, Episode 4. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh my god.
Well, the adults are taking notice now.
Yeah, because these ones happen to be competent. They're actually just doing their job. And oh
there's
my
a
god,
body
there's
now.
a capsule with a kid in it.
Yeah. I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure it won't blow up in your faces. I'm sure the fact that Takopi has finally realized, oh, hey, what does it mean to end a life?
Yeah. Even parents, that are awful, they're still people. They still feel, and, you took their daughter from them.
Right. Marina was terrible. She did not deserve to die.
No.
That was not your intent, but that's what happened.
That's what happened.
So,
because you did not think about your actions. And there are consequences to your actions. So you might have to talk to Shizuka about this.
Maybe. I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah. And your choice about whether or not this is going to get, unveiled might already be done for. So there's that too.
Yeah.
But the main thing right now, by and by, is that Shizuka is doing better.
Yeah, she is doing better.
Kinda.
For the most part, but also, I think she needs a different kind of help now.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
今日の作戦会議はここまで。夏休みまであと少しだから、ちゃんと準備も。
Can I talk about this?
ちょっと話したいことがあるんだっけ。今すぐ返信を解け。
Yeah.
発表によると、亡くなったのは小学4年生の。強く殴られたような跡があることから殺人事件として捜査。
Oh, just bye.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Someone, in fiction gets used as the scapegoat.
Yeah.
今日もバイトだからさ。また母さんのこと。う
まくやるから。
See, there's a double entendre there.
Here we go. That angle.
先生からもお話があった通り、キララ坂マリナちゃんが亡くなりました。できる範囲で構わないから、今からおじさんたちにお話聞かせて。
Oh my god.
That's such a good visual.
思い出ボックスに入れたから本当の死亡日はバレてない。指紋も全部拭き取ったし、地質調査なんて想定外だったけど。このまま黙っていればバレることはないはずだ。
Yeah.
大丈夫。でも本当に黙ってていいんだっぴか。これからのことみんなとお話ししたくて。もうバレたんだよ。
You don't understand how this works, Takopi.
Yeah.
今そんな話しても仕方ないだろうが、このタコ。きっととっても悲しんでるっぴ。僕は何かしなきゃ。いけない気がするんだっぴ。
Oh no.
マリナちゃんとマリナちゃんの家族のためにも全部正直に言っちゃえば。作戦会議しないの？
Yeah. No. No empathy. Yeah.
こんな時にこの街を。
Yeah, that would be a really,
いけるよね。
Oh
really
boy.
bad time.
ズマくんが言ったんだよね。夏休みならいけるって。
Oh no.
Oh god.
そうだ。うまくやらなきゃ。
Yeah, I have to do this because, yeah, I said I could, right?
Oh my god.
遺体だって僕が隠せるって。
Now he's gonna look like the.
なのに見つかった。もっとうまくできたんじゃないか。
Oh my god.
次は絶対うまくやる。
Holy shit.
東京に行って僕のこと。
おい。こんな遅くまで勉強してんの？ごめん、ノックしたんだけど。
いや、大丈夫。
You were really focused.
Yeah.
あの事件、大丈夫か？
Right. Just the terror of like.
友達とか落ち込んでるか？
God.
クラスの雰囲気どう？
And he was already getting like, like emotionally manipulated in a way to be competitive with him, and now he seems
Yeah.
like.
And now he's.
というかあの子ってさ、
He's just inquiring. He's just checking in on
Yeah.
him.
ごめん、僕ちょっとトイレ。
おお
最近のマリナちゃんおかしかったよね。
おかしかった。どんなところが？
Well, she wasn't.
普通にペコペコしだしてさ。ほんと弱みでも握られてたんじゃない？
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
あいつだよあいつ。クゼさん。Azuma-kunの言う通り、わからないことは答えなかった。
それで犯人は大人だって。
Right. Most people would think that it was an adult. Yeah.
大丈夫だよね、夏休み。
God, the audio
Mm-hmm.
ちゃ
coming.
んといけるよね。
もちろん。
Oh my gosh.
The bells.
あんまり黙ってると怪しまれるから答えなくていいって言ったのは僕だったね。うんうん、大丈夫。
Wow.
僕がきっとうまくやって。
Azuma-kun。テスト終わったよ。
Uh-huh.
Eh?
Yeah. He's never done that bad. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And even if the mom is just concerned about him because someone at his school died, the pattern that's been set up.
Well, he's terrified.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
食べていいよ。いろいろ大変なんでしょ？最近遅くまで外で頑張ってるよね。
もしかして全部僕のこと分かっ。
Oh.
お母さん、僕ね、話したいことが。
君はもういいから。
え？
いくらできないからってさ、毎日毎日勉強もしないで、いくらなんでもお母さん幼稚だと思うの。
fuck?
だからもういいよ。お母さんも頑張らないことに。
Someone at his school was
おやつ
just
も毎日食べれば
murdered.
いいし、何点取ってもいいから。
Jesus Christ.
お母さん。
Oh my God.
She's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he's gonna puke up those pancakes and. God, the directing this episode is phenomenal.
大丈夫？
Oh God. Dude.
No, you're not okay.
夏休みまた警察署行かなきゃいけなくて。夏休みはチャッピーのとこ行かなきゃだから行けないじゃん。捕まるのも困るし。だから代わりを。
大丈夫。僕が全部解決してみせるよ。クゼさんを助ける。
Anything?
Uh-huh.
じゃあさ、これ持って自首してくれないかな。
Oh my God. Oh my God.
そんなんじゃ100点取れないよ。
母さんが映ったな。別に大丈夫だって。
そう。実際その通りだったし。
Wow.
小学校入ったらお兄ちゃんあっという間に抜かれちゃうかもね。
Dang.
そんなことは全然全く一度もなかった。純也は天才だった。
90点超え。ママがお医者さんなんでしょ。
Yeah, to everybody else, it's incredible.
同じように育ててるのに。
Shut the fuck up!
Why can't she get, camera?
兄は都道府県で1位だった。でもいいこともあった。これ僕の？
落ちたって言ってたよね。お兄ちゃんは使わなかったからな。
Yeah, what?
ありがとう、お母さん。
それで次こそは。
そして転機が訪れる。純也がグレた。
Yep, yep, because he hits teenage years.
きっと兄はこれから半グレ組織と関わるようになり、ズマクリニックの跡取りとして母さんは堅実な次男に夢を託し。違った。それは長所だった。
Right, he became popular.
あいつの成績が下がるこ
His
とはな
mood
く、
is up and everything.
Right.
先
So
輩と関心を引く存在であり続け、
he was just leading a balanced life. Yeah, yeah.
真面目なだけ。
And he's still gifted, so he's probably gonna do like
Yeah.
もう分かっていた。描いたみたいに幅の綺麗な。
I'm thinking of her in that.
何
Did he agree?
あの子は確か。
Oh, this is his perspective before.
Ah.
Yeah.
この人間のクズよくのうのうと学校なんて来れるよな。
おいおい、僕が委員長のクラス。
Yeah, no bullying in my class. Come on.
クリニックの名を落とさないためにも。クゼさん大丈夫？僕は学級委員だから。
Okay, so this is that moment, yeah.
別に
Christ.
そんなわけなく。
Yeah, 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 bro, exactly.
でも
命を預かるお仕事で失敗は許されないの。
Oh.
完璧にできないんだったら。
そうだ。完璧にやらないと。ジュニアならきっと。
Oh, using his big brother as inspiration to be like, you know, a hero but he's thinking about it in the context of I have to win here.
Right.
I cannot. Yeah, so then he ends up putting all of his energy into this, and he keeps failing, keeps getting denied it.
どうせ変わらないよ。じゃあ
母によく似た女の子一人にすら
Wow.
期待してもらえない。
東くんしかいないの。助けて。
Yeah.
今度
Not
こそ完璧に
completely
こなそう。
like.
Yep, do everything perfectly. But oh hey, even this.
いいんだよね。お母さん、僕はあなたみたいに人を助けるお仕事に
God.
たくさんの人の命を助ける。
東くん。私にはもう東くんしかいないの。東くんが自首して少年院に入ってもそれで。
本当にクゼさんは
Yeah, like my mom gave up on me.
諦めないで。
大丈夫。大丈
Oh
夫だ
my
よ。
god. And the stars in his eyes is just. He's never been so happy, but he's about to go and just ruin
Oh
everything.
my god.
あの日が最後だ。
Wow.
Holy shit.
おい
Yes, yes.
早くにどこ行くんだよ。
Come
Come
on,
on,
Junior.
come on.
Please, please.
ジュニア。
Yeah, he's here for you.
And then he hugs you.
俺が殺したんだよ。
No, 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 no,
面
no.
よがし。
No, 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 no.
母さんの病院も俺の将来も。
This is not real. He did not say that. He is not saying this.
なあ。大丈夫か？やっぱなんか思い詰めてるだろう。だからちゃんと相談しろって。何でも聞くから。
Please, please.
お前にはわからないよ。言うの。
Grab him and hug him, please.
みんなお前のことばっかりだ。
Wow.
僕
Yeah.
には
You've
友
denied
達を
me
作らない
that.
で頑張ったのに失望されて諦められて興味なんかない期待してない僕にはもう
Come on, come on, hug him.
クゼさんしか
Oh!
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Yes!
俺が
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
さっきから言ってるだろ。何でも聞くっていうのはな。その点がどうとか関係ねえんだよ。
Right!
どうでもいいんだそんなことは。どうだろうが悩みだろうが何でも言っていいし。
He's crying, yeah!
お前は俺の弟なんだから。できないことはできないって言っていいんだ
Right,
よ。
right.
直樹。
Come on!
何でもできるやつなんていないんだよ。モンハン下手だし。ここだけの話。いつも彼女に手伝ってもらってる。
Whoa.
Oh,
母さんのパンケーキ。昔はめっちゃまずかった。
nice.
でも夜勤前に作ってたから冷蔵庫で逆に固まってて。
Wow.
だから努力の人なんだってよく似てるよお前と
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You might have just saved this kid's life.
このメガネ母さんが買ってくれて度が合わないって言い出せなくてそれで僕
Oh.
お兄ちゃんに聞いてほしいことがなきゃいけないことがあるんだ
Okay, so how does this pan out?
いいかあそこの病院の子例の事件関わってたんだって
Wait. No way.
Did the brother...
He took the fall for him.
なんでも噂だと確か同級生の
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, okay,
Maybe not,
or-
maybe
okay,
not.
okay, okay.
アズマくんはもう助けてくれないんだね。これからどうするっぴか。僕たちも何言ってんの？今日から夏休みだよ。だから行こう。東京。
Oh, boy.
Not a good idea. Yeah.
But it makes sense, because no adult has ever stood up for her before. Why would they now?
Totally.
You know?
But I'm just talking about the timing. Of things.
Totally. Yeah, it's a disaster.
So Azuma did do it. Or Naoki, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope they, in the next episode, give us a little bit more context as to what was actually done and said. Because it is implied, basically, that it was Naoki, like the younger brother.
But also, what does he say? A little octopus, did a thing, right?
No. He said, I did it.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. It's...
I thought the implication was something else, that he didn't do that, and that's why Shizuka was like, I can't count on him.
Well, they said he had something to do with the murder. Like...
Right, because he... Well, okay.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Well, that was
beautiful. And
that was a hell of an episode. Yeah.
I love how much this episode dealt with the almost stomach twisting fear.
Oh yeah.
And
that mom is a monster.
Maddening terror of being alone and being abandoned and being given up on that Azuma was going through. Mm-hmm. But then the relief of, wait, the brother just shatters that darkness, that shadow over him.
Yep.
And he does it not just with a couple words. He goes all out.
Persistently.
And he physically brings himself close. He brings himself lower. He does everything right.
Yep.
in a very of course he's perfect in that regard.
Exactly.
But it's so fun to see him then probably end up actually listening to everything that Azuma said and actually being like, we're gonna go to the police together then.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the big question is, what did he tell him?
Right. Yep. Because Shizuka was not
there
already arrested, right?
By the end of the episode, Shizuka was walking around just fine.
But old ladies were able to gossip about it, right?
Which means it had been some time.
Yep.
Quite a bit of time. Now, obviously, this is a small town, so rumors can travel quickly.
And the rumor mill is the fastest means of communication that breaks all laws of physics.
Yes.
But
yeah,
she was still not captive. And she makes the decision because, okay, it's summer break, so let's go to Tokyo. Because of course she does. Of course she does. And that's the,
the dumbest decision.
It's the dumbest decision and the worst decision. And also there's that part of me that's like,
I mean, obviously she could do worse, but it's it's the thing of where this is the worst timing for it.
Oh, yeah.
And also, if you're going to go, honestly, you really do need help. You need somebody else, and Takopi is not help. That doesn't count.
Nope.
Here.
Yeah. This was the way that they presented everything so that we can really see Azuma's perspective of just how terrifying everything is, the amount of stress that he's under. And yeah, of course your grades suffer because of something like this.
Yeah.
That's such the like perfect way for everything to fall apart, right? Because yeah, you were already pushed to your absolute, limit and everything, trying to study as hard as you could and all that stuff. Dealing with the stress of there was a murder and I'm helping cover it up and the police are asking questions and, and also, my crush wants me to take her to Tokyo when we should be lying low right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's now this
No
also part of her that seems to want to implicate me, and I want her to want to do that because of my compulsive need
to be needed.
And to succeed at the things people think I can do.
Yeah.
I love how relatable this episode is from the idea of following through with what we had introduced with regards to Azuma last episode.
Sure.
Is that he is compulsively trying to fulfill every expectation
that's
put on him.
Yep.
But specifically those that come from his mother. Because Shizuka has certain qualities that remind him of his mother, which there's a whole psychological thing we could get into with that, but I'm not an expert in that topic, so I'm not going to. But basically, he's imprinted on Shizuka
the emotional need that has never been fulfilled.
Well, the not just the emotional need, but the desires that his mother has from her to him, but as if Shizuka is basically the one giving him that opportunity, that chance to prove himself. And that's incredible as a storytelling premise to get into of the way in which people will subconsciously, because of trauma, put the expectations of others onto specific people in their lives that they're close to because it makes them feel actually safe. Like it actually does make them feel safe doing that. And it's so backwards in its logic that you talk about it, or to even yourself, you even talk to yourself about it, and you realize how twisted it is. But he has neither the faculties nor the mental or emotional reserves to handle that kind of stuff. So he really just needed someone to come in and shatter the darkness over him and the lie.
And I love, there were so many little details in this episode that were absolutely fantastic. Like we have the image pulled up of the police, and the super distorted lens as he's at his desk and everything. That was, God, that was incredible. But then also even just the idea that his brother talks to him is like, the pancakes actually kind of sucked. Like they were undercooked and then left in the fridge. Because, of course, she made them the night before. Because, or before her night shift or whatever. You weren't even missing out on anything. Which is like both the, it's both that relief, but then also like the cruel irony, right? Like that he was so twisted by his mother's manipulation that, there's this thing that he's like, oh, that would be so incredible. And if he'd gotten it even once, he might have been like, oh, actually, or maybe twice, to like have the initial like surge of I did it, wear off. Yeah, he might have a similar, approach as his brother,
Maybe.
where he's like,
I think that in a lot of ways he was so long gone emotionally, mentally,
absolutely.
that the flavor of the pancakes wouldn't have mattered.
Oh yeah,
it
and
would
that
just been the act of him getting to
Yes.
have the capitulation there.
And
obviously he had them so much that he got sick of them, basically.
Right. And pancakes tasting good or not tasting good, and whether or not you're eating them, certainly will not outbalance, emotional abuse from your parent, right?
Yeah, not at all. The way in which we had the slightest bit of hope when she set the pancakes down in front of him, and the directing to show the magical, almost alien, like Takopi style, pink, yellow, orange, green, purple, like cloud light, and they're dazzling. And she's like, "Oh, you're going through a rough time. I know you've been working hard." And she's basically like, "Oh, like this was kind of your like."
Yeah, it's
we get the vibe that basically it's the oh, clearly you need these. Like,
Right. Like that little bit of parental sensibility that basically would take all of the things that she's done up till now that theoretically you could see as being
she's
ignorant
like, oh
and
shit,
misguided.
I'm being too intense. And
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
It's taken a toll.
Yeah.
And there's obviously context of things that are going on at school right now that matter a lot.
Yep.
And then right as the point that we're starting to believe that, he starts to believe that he's safe to talk to her about it, and she says, you're free now.
Yep.
And I've never been more confused. I've never been more confused with her saying this in that like microsecond before the next sentence
Sure.
came, because in that moment I was like, wait,
Yeah.
free? Like, I didn't take it immediately. Like, you could take this line and immediately see the villainy, the evil in
sure.
what it is, and basically that she's enslaved him.
Right, and she's admitting that.
And she's basically admitting to it.
Yep.
She's caught in 4K. She's just like, yeah, I know. I know.
Yep.
It's actually really fun because she implicates herself again, basically saying, I raised you and Junya the same way. Did you, bitch?
Yeah.
Did you? Because in a lot of ways, all you're basically doing with him is you're pitting him against Junya, and you're using comparison and, you know, withholding stuff there. But Junya didn't have an older brother.
Nope.
So, no, bitch, you did not raise them the same
Yeah.
way. But if you used kind of the equivalent here, where you use some kind of emotional entrapment in order to force a result out of him, the idea that Junya turned out this well shows that probably, one, it is different, but two,
It would be in spite of you, not because
it
of
would be
you.
in spite of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the kind of thing where the fact that we get the So, okay, this is gonna seem like a pivot to something completely different. The fact that Marina died, right, is the oh shit, unfortunate consequence as a result of the thing happening that needed to happen of someone standing up for Shizuka and defending her, right?
Yeah.
But she didn't deserve to die, right? And she's a kid. This bitch ain't a kid, right? Like, you know, if does she deserve to die? No, you know, but
She
I would
doesn't
feel
deserve to have a kid. Though.
she doesn't deserve to have a kid. And I would feel much better about something terrible happening to her than to Marina. And the fact that we know that's not going to happen, right? Because
Oh yeah, she's gonna get away.
yeah,
with
yeah,
this
because
completely
like she's
stop.
almost not even a character. We don't even really know who she is, other than just how she interacts with
She
the kid.
she
you
could
know?
end up being characterized later because of what's going to end up happening with the murder, and that would be interesting.
Yeah, but, you know, but let's be real.
But
Yeah.
but I want to get into the actual like conversation with this here. The idea that she started with "you're free now," he's confused, we're confused. I felt so immersed in this scene to then have her being like, just because you don't have it what it takes, like it's crazy to think that in a lot of ways what she says next, if you take out that first bit, which is like, what is this drive-by just
Yeah.
shot to his confidence for no reason.
Yep.
Basically, if she had said, you stopped studying and came home with an incredibly low test score to get my attention, that right there, out of context.
Sure, that could be fine.
Well, that's one, it could have been phrased as a question.
Sure.
She's making
Yeah.
an assumption here. But
Yeah, that
The
could still
idea-
be the thing of, oh, I fucked up, and now you need to, you know.
Or no. Let's
okay.
just go at it
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the you're trying to get my attention, right? But instead of asking the question of, okay, let's say you're so up your ass, you correctly deduce that this is exactly why he's doing this, right?
Sure.
Instead of being like, oh, you need to get my attention for some reason, she immediately then goes, oh, isn't that a bit childish?
Yeah.
Wait. So under what context would you ever help your son ever with anything? Like, what would he
Right,
have to
yeah.
do? What would he have to do in order to actually get help from you?
No. She is helping him all those times.
No.
that she's-
I am not
Yeah.
I am not interested in any kind of rhetorical nonsense.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I am genuinely asking a question here of what would he have to do? Would he have to say he murdered somebody? Because this is the level of what I would call not just inept parenting.
Oh, no.
Because on the one hand, what I think is being brought up here is that if you work all day, basically. And you expect your kid to be raised independent of your presence. They will be, but it just won't be by you.
Right.
If your minor presence that you do give is so intense in order to compensate for your lack of presence,
Sure.
you need to be hyper aware of what kind of energy and what type of parenting you're bringing into that setup here. Her goal here is not to nurture and raise her son in any way here.
Yeah.
She is creating a
smart boy.
grinder,
Yeah.
through which she is testing to see if he has what it takes according to her definition of what that means here. So the idea that she says here, you can stop because I'm going to stop caring too.
Bitch, you never cared.
You never cared.
Yeah.
You never cared.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, what's really kind of just alienating me from her here is that if you cared, like, you would give extra attention to him because he's clearly needing that little bit of an extra push to get the rest of the way.
Right.
And because she is a parent here, and because she did have this child, and because in a lot of ways I do believe that if you're a parent, you do have certain responsibilities to your child.
Shocker.
They are not just your property.
Yes,
basically.
absolutely.
And I think that that's not a universally shared opinion.
Which is fucked.
No, I don't think that it's like I agree in that it's fucked, but I don't think that it's that strange of an opinion when it comes to the number of people that have it. It is actually more common than And I feel like that's what this episode tackles, that he's so lonely because he's not being treated like a human being by the human being that he values the opinion of the most.
Right.
And he's literally being dehumanized to the point where he's just reducing down to just, I'm scrounging for scraps of anything that will help me survive.
Yeah, when she says, I'm going to stop caring too, no. She never cared about you as a person. She's not going to care about you anymore as an objective.
Right, as a piece of property.
As a piece of property, you know.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of people, and I'd say a staggering, obviously probably less than 50%, but I'd say there is a staggering number of parents that have this belief, basically, that if your child is going to act up, then just focus on your winners, basically, in that case. Like, just let them do that, basically. That you don't owe your children anything emotionally. And that is something that I feel like they're directly calling out this episode.
Right, because, yeah, exactly. The reason why, one of the reasons why this episode works so well in the previous one is because of the way that this situation can be so common,
yes.
right? And the fact that, like what you're saying of, your kids don't deserve any emotional care or whatever, right? That's
you have to earn it.
Sure. I get the feeling that's something that is to give as much credit as possible. In this case, the mom is probably doing out of ignorance and lack of thinking about that rather than consciously thinking about that and choosing otherwise. She very well might be. That's me giving her as much credit as I can.
Right. I think if we're going to give her as much credit as possible, she's a hardworking, career-focused woman who is absolutely probably killing it in her job.
Yep.
And
that's what works for her, and she was able to grow up like that just fine.
Right. We can infer some potential things that have been passed along by the way that she was raised.
Right.
But I think the part that is tough is that that's something that we can only assume.
Right.
We have nothing to we have no pure hard evidence to base that off of.
Yep.
What we are seeing here is that she, by her words, she believes that this parenting style works because it worked on Junya.
Right.
But in a lot of ways, we we fundamentally disagree with the entire premise that this is the same parenting he got, for one.
Sure. Yeah.
Two, the idea that it worked on him is a very it's a very
What's your parameters for success here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I know that when you're in a single parent household, and they are themselves being stretched thin, one of the hardest parts about that is basically that the parent feels far more alone, probably, than the kids do. The thing is that the kids can't emotionally regulate to the level that the adult can.
Yeah.
The adult has years of experience and a lot more technical and just general. They just have their stats are all way higher.
Right.
They have the ability to resist this and keep going. Kids do not, to a certain degree.
Right.
Obviously, you have exceptions, but I can tell you that the reason why this episode is so relatable is not because every kid has had an awful, emotionally abusive parent, but I think what it is that kids are basically kind of taught or inferred that basically their parents are superheroes. They can do anything.
Yep.
And thus, in a lot of ways, they are the means for you to get your needs met.
Right.
And that is true to an extent. And part of growing up is that you realize that your parents are flawed, limited humans that you can't get your needs met from.
Right.
After a certain point.
Yeah.
When that point comes is often actually a cultural difference there. And that's where we could have a much more nuanced discussion, but that's not where we're at, I would say, in this story here.
Yeah, I am just wanting to enact violence on the mother. That's just, that is just where I am at.
Where Azuma is at is that he is young enough that he needs this from his mother.
Yep.
Not for a lack of her creating the environment where he does need that especially.
And the thing that's so fucked about this, right?
Yeah.
Is that there's a way that she could have had this conversation with him in a positive way.
Yeah,
where it's
literally.
Hey, I've been really hard on you. That's what I believe you needed in order to be able to make it.
I was wrong.
And that's...
We're going to reevaluate things.
We're going to reevaluate. And you can do that without barbs, right? But what this is entirely...
She threw like 3 on the way.
Oh yeah.
Like, through this.
And the thing is, if you actually didn't care, bitch...
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to do any of this.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, you're spiting him because of your own insecurities about yourself and the fact that you can't face up to the fact that you are a piece of shit parent.
Yep.
Well, now I need to take it out on this 9-year-old or however old he is, right? Like, you scumbag.
Yeah.
You shit stain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well said.
So.
Yeah. And I rue, like, if you like see like nothing wrong, like obviously you can see like a gray area with things, but if you see like nothing wrong with what the mom is doing here, I hope you never have kids.
Right.
I hope you never have kids. Like,
even in an equivocating kind of, well,
Yeah.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Don't procreate. Just
yeah.
don't.
The one bit of consolation that isn't a lot for me is that I don't think Junya will hardly ever let her see his grandkids.
Well, I think
like,
I think that in a lot of ways this show could have just been this dreary, awful thing, but every episode it gives us that little ray of light.
Right.
And Junya wasn't just a little ray of light. He was a Gurren Lagann, believe in the Mia that believes in you. Fucking like
spiral power.
Yeah,
break.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like give this man a blue wig, a cape, and a sword. Like
right. Yeah, exactly. Fuck, what was the brother's name?
Kamina.
Kamina. He was a goddamn Kamina.
Oh yeah.
This. And while he does all the things to make her feel, to make him feel a little bit better here, the part that I love so much about this is how much the physical touch and the physical proximity, part of it is like like accentuated.
Oh yeah, the
Like-
way that he's thinking he's gonna like he distorts into this monster as he's getting
I-
closer, and then it's just a head pat.
No. The idea that basically he tests all the spaces that he's in. Like he doesn't rush immediately in. Like he gets low and he stays at a little bit of distance to be like, "Hey, are you okay?" Like he goes up and touches his shoulder. He's not coming in with intensity first. In a lot of ways, what we're seeing here is that Junya maybe became a much softer and sensitive guy because he has a negative association with high intensity, like
Sure.
like emotions and stuff. And that could be his own trauma that he's working through, basically.
Oh yeah.
But then when we see him turn up the intensity, it's directly after basically he spouts the, "No, I could never do it. I can't. Mom lost hope. Nobody's interested in me. Nobody believes in me." And he's just like, "Wait, what am I?"
Yeah, weren't you listening to me?
Yeah. And I love so much family stories like this where when shit is awful in the home, you have little pockets of family within family,
Yes.
despite the circumstances.
Yeah.
And so the idea that Junya basically is that, I think it's very apropos that in a lot of ways this is an environment where there is no other parent. So in a lot of ways, Junya being the older brother makes him be that second parent voice, basically. And that just feels so good.
Yep.
Now, we have to speculate here a little bit. Because we get the rumor mill.
Right.
Now, the idea that Azuma went to the police and turned in, at the very least, the evidence, or maybe even just said a story of sorts.
Right. There's absolutely the possibility that if he mentions Takopi, that they would take that as basically him trying to cover for Shizuka or something like that. Who knows?
Right.
You know.
Right. So, depending on how much he tells Junya, Junya is a smart person and would tell him to confess, basically.
Right.
Obviously, he went with his brother.
Yep.
And basically gave him the emotional support that he needed for this moment here. But the show is giving us that little bit of fear by not showing us that scene at the police station.
Which I think is a good choice, because then that informs the perspective of Shizuka and Takopi, as it's just we don't really know what's going on and it's summer break.
Well, that's the part where I'm not so sure and I'm not clear about. So I am not sure how much Shizuka knows, if anything.
Sure, because she's not going to be privy to the rumor mill.
Right, she probably not, no.
Yeah.
What I assume that she's privy to is that they were to have a meeting and he's not showing up.
Ah, sure.
So what it is basically is that if Junya told everything, if Junya was told everything, is it possible that he knows Shizuka is involved? Obviously, Shizuka didn't kill Marina.
Oh, yeah.
But if your little brother starts spouting off that there's an alien that did it,
Yeah.
your first things first that you got to go to is basically like, okay, I need to take what he's saying and I need to listen to all of it. I need to parse through it.
Yep.
If we still let them know that she died due to some freak accident, basically.
Yep.
And he was there. Like he was there and he was scared to say anything or what have you. That is true in that you're not going to implicate Shizuka out of some kind of spite thing here. That I feel like Junya would like not do that.
Sure.
But what might have been an unintended consequence is that now the police are like, wait.
Yeah,
The way that they were, this feels like it was murder.
The way that they were acting at school that's a lot of potential evidence given the the fact that Marina and Shizuka were not exactly close.
Well, the idea that they were hanging out a lot recently.
Right.
And that's inconvenient because they don't know when she died.
Mm-hmm.
So it's she was hanging out with these people a lot recently, and then one of them comes forth and it says it was a freak accident, but the other one is just strangely quiet.
Theoretically.
Again, no evidence.
Theoretically, you could get a long ways with this, given that the device itself was discovered, and so if
we don't know if the device is even visible, really.
Sure, yeah, we don't necessarily know what it looks like.
No, the device not even being visible because Takopi can basically be.
Yeah, Takopi has the flower thing to make them look like like just a flower in their hair or whatever. But assuming that it isn't something where like, oh, adults see these things differently than children do, or something like that.
Right.
You could theoretically be like, hey, this is the actual, instrument that was used to kill her, right?
Right.
We have this in the plastic bag. Here you go. The body was kept in this thing that,
Okay, who killed her?
Right, yeah. But if you can prove this is not stuff that us kids normally would have access to, that maybe there is some way to basically say there is a third party. I don't know if they'll believe an alien or anything like that.
Well, that's the thing is that in a lot of ways, if someone was murdered, and based on like an autopsy report, you can tell, like they are professionals. They could tell that this was blunt force trauma with intent to cause like stoppage, Like, like, this is not something fell with gravity. It's this was directed parallel to like probably the ground.
And this is where I don't know how much like CSI details the show will go into.
Probably not at all.
But like, it must have been a brick or some, like if they see it as just a brick instead of a phone, right? Or a camera or whatever.
That's what I would assume if I was a police officer or autopsy kind of person. I would be like, something semi like rectangle, cubish, kind of deal here.
But when you actually get the thing with the blood on it and all that stuff and like the, height, angle, strength of these,
having a murder weapon
and,
is great, but then it's how do you have the murder weapon but not know who it was that did it?
Well, right, and that's where, an alien did it. It's probably just going to land on Shizuka.
Well, again, if you say, a pink octopus alien did it,
like
that is not something that I think Junya would encourage him to tell police officers.
And let's be real. While I think it would be wonderful for Takopi if Takopi decided, yes, I did it, I shall turn myself in, and we get Takopi in the jail outfit, getting their pictures taken. I don't think this show is going to do that because that would in some ways make it too easy for the kids.
Well, it would also be something where why not just have Takopi turn into a human being?
Well, you need some DNA, and so then you're copying a specific person and then ruining their life.
Well, yes, of course, yes, obviously, but it's the
yeah.
There's no like.
Yeah, you could totally just be like, hey, Takopi turn into someone and be like, yes, you did it, and blah, 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 and then you could even serve your time, And if they say, hey, this person has a doppelganger, funny, weird, but, I am serving my time, so you don't need to arrest that person because I'm already here. Clearly, we're not the same person,
Oh, yeah, right. I'm just a twin, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Long-lost twin. It was a sperm donor or something like that. Who knows, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. All I can say is that this episode ended way more of a cliffhanger than I thought it was going to.
Yes. While at the same time
having her be like, let's go to Tokyo. Takopi's just like, oh no.
Yep. And the thing that sucks is that if they can't make the police believe the whole idea of Takopi existing, right?
Well, why do you think that he would tell them about Takopi?
Well, okay, if they don't think that would work, then maybe they don't tell them. But the point is that then you have a situation where it's effectively just Shizuka. Shizuka would have motive to hurt Marina.
But no evidence, though.
And no evidence, and you can't do the thing of, this was a thing where someone came in to try and defend someone that was being attacked. Right?
No, totally. But
like,
again...
all of that goes out the window.
Again,
we're in the worst timeline.
Right, well, we're obviously in the worst timeline, except for the fact that Shizuka hasn't killed herself.
Right, and that Junya ended up being able to reach his brother.
Yeah, so there's a way in which this is just another bad timeline. but
Sure.
we can get some things out of it.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. Thank you so
boy.
much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.